If you've spent your entire life believing that you're not good enough, that you're not lovable the way you are, that you're too much, that who you are isn't wantable or wanted, or who you really are doesn't matter. If you've spent your whole life trying to get love from the parent, trying to get them to have a relationship with you and confirm your worth, to see you for who you really are, the most painful day of your life is the day that you realize you're never going to get the parent that you've always wanted. Why is that so painful? Because the very person or persons that stole your confirmation of worth as a child, the very person who you've been trying to get that confirmation of worth from, or that you've been seeking to get that confirmation of worth from surrogates or from avatars of them, from a spouse, from friends, from others, because they're never going to give it. It's a profoundly heartbreaking day. Why? Because now you believe I don't have worth and I'm never going to get it from anyone. I will never have my worth confirmed. Therefore, I will forever have anxiety. I'll forever be people pleasing. I'll forever be in this state of needing others to confirm my worth. It's a profoundly heartbreaking day. And what's interesting is if you've never gotten it as a child, I've seen people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s still trying to get love from a parent, even a dead parent. That often the child who was most maligned as a child is the one most serving the parent, hoping that today is the day they say, oh, my son, oh, my daughter, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. You really are a good person. And finally, you can have your worth validated. But the reason that that is so heartbreaking, as I said, is that you have hope. You no longer have hope that you will ever get your worth validated, but it's also the most liberating day of your life. Why? Because the day you realize you're never going to get the parent that you've always wanted is the day you realize, if you have the eyes to see it, that thus you no longer have to be the child that they always wanted. You no longer have to meet their expectations. You no longer have to do what they want. You no longer have to fear their wrath. You no longer have to live either trying to be perfect to win their approval or trying to do whatever you have to do to avoid their wrath. You are finally free to be your authentic self. And once you are free to do that, then you have to go inside and begin to get out of you the pain, the fears, and the BS beliefs that you were taught to believe about yourself. Because once you do that, your own authentic self will bubble up from within. And that is when confirmation of worth begins, because you begin to realize, holy crap, I actually like who I am. Slay your demons.